Drew, Malaysia has its own promotion. Our very own star Diana Phoenix has been making waves. Your advice to them if they want to make it into the WWE's squared circle one day?
Like I said earlier, if you're giving it everything you've got, just keep looking at yourself and how am I going to stand out? How can I be different than everybody else? Work as hard as you can at your presentation, how you look, your in-ring game, your microphone game, and as long as you're giving it your absolute all, maximize social media as a great tool for work if you use it the way it should be used. Like, use it to build your brand. And like I say, if you're able to be different than everybody else, you'll catch people's attention online. You start building that buzz, you start building that reputation, and then you'll end up getting, catch NXT's eye, make it to NXT, make a name there, and suddenly you're on Raw and SmackDown. Just most importantly, believe in yourself and block out the negativity.
You were once dubbed the chosen one, but you had to leave the company at one point. I mean, how did you come back? How did you reinvent yourself and eventually become the champion of the WWE?
A lot of things changed. I was a boy during my first run. I got released and I had to look myself in the mirror and know that it was on me. I wasn't giving it my all. I'd lost sight that I was living my dream. I was complacent, to be honest. And I said from that day forward, I'm going to have a different mindset. I'm going to leave no stone unturned. I'm going to become the busiest wrestler in the world. I'm going to work on my speaking, work on my in-ring game, and get better at interviews like this. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be the best wrestler I possibly can be. And one day I'll be back in WWE. And that's what it all came down to. I was able to look myself in the mirror like I can to this day and say, you're giving it every single bit of you, Drew. And that's what's taken me to where I'm at right now. It took me back to WWE. It changed my physical appearance. I returned a man, a different mindset, growing up, and it's made me the WWE champion. I can keep doing this thing up every 2 seconds.
I mean, as fans, we always imagine you beating Brock Lesnar in a capacity crowd, 70,000 in WrestleMania. Did the pandemic rob you of that special moment, or was it still special?
It was still special, and maybe even more so. The fact that it would have been 80,000 people, friends and family, my wife there, 20 minutes from where I'm sitting right now, that would have been very, very special. But as angry and frustrated as I was initially, when I realized how severe this situation was, we're in a pandemic, but WWE was pushing forward, presenting WrestleMania as an escape during these difficult times. That changed my mindset. And when I won the title and I was able to reach into the camera and thank everyone for choosing me, and supporting me and supporting WWE during these difficult times, that really meant the world to me. I saw the social media reaction. I heard that we had 40 million unique social media interactions, up 60% from last year. Like, a lot of people tuned in for WrestleMania. And if I made them smile during that time, then that's bigger than anything to me.
In Malaysia, we're mad about football, especially the English Premier League. Do you watch the league as well? Maybe you have a favorite team, Drew?
Yeah, whenever I can. I like to check out the Rangers is my team in Scotland. But I do check out Manchester City as my brother's team. And Seamus is a big Liverpool fan, so I like to check out if they lose so I can laugh at both of them.
Drew, no joke what you did to Dolph Ziggler at the Extreme Rules, but back on Raw, what's with the second chance?
Well, for Dolph, somewhat embarrassing how much he was begging and pleading for a match, but he's allowing me to pick the stipulation. And considering he picked Extreme Rules for him only and really maximized that stipulation by beating me like crazy with a bunch of weapons, I'm going to have fun picking the stipulation for next week's Raw. Regarding an opponent for SummerSlam, I think it's going to be a big one. This is our biggest show since WrestleMania. Obviously, I beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. And for this show, I really want a big star on the level of Brock Lesnar, a real legitimate challenge as I cement myself as one of the greatest champions of all time.
What would quantify as a dream match for you, Drew?
The Undertaker better not ride off into the sunset like he claims to be doing.
I think he has one more match in him.
I know he does. I want that match. And when I was 24 years old, he beat my undefeated streak right before he retired Shawn Michaels. We had that tag match with himself and Roman, myself and Shane, and those couple of interactions we had, especially more face-to-face, and the crowd, the way they rumbled, I was like, oh, there's something special here, and we've got that history together. So I hope he's got one more left in him. I'll come to the Boneyard if I have to.
And as the champ, are you the locker room leader, or you share that responsibility with other superstars?
I don't think they have like a designated leader as such. Like back in the day when I first came to America, it was clearly the Undertaker. Like without question, just when he walked into a room, he just had such a presence. It's just a fountain of knowledge, just so much respect. Roman's somebody who has that same kind of vibe to him. you know, when he's in the locker room, the real cool hand look, and, you know, really composed. So he's somebody that I definitely look to, as even though I've been wrestling a longer time, you know, for advice. He's been in there with such top level superstars. But these days, there's a lot of us that have been around for the same amount of time, and we really try and help each other out and elevate the superstars who are coming up and help them out wherever we can.
Drew, last words to the WWE universe here in Malaysia.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody, you know, for choosing WWE during these difficult times to take your mind off everything. You know, we're very proud to be pushing forward and bringing everybody original content. Thank you for believing in me, Drew McIntyre. You know, trust me, things are going to get back to normal eventually. Things are going to open back up. Hopefully we can get to Malaysia, have a big show, and I get to meet everybody in person. Hold up this title. It's going to be a great day. I'm so excited. I can't wait for the fans to come back.